Salute to each and every one of you guys, man. God bless you. Back here, another one to talk about the Knicks versus the Pistons in the fourth Summer League game. The Knicks lose a close-ish one, 93 to 87. Ah, as Kate Cunningham showed us with 24 points, 7 for 10 from three, but 8 for 14 from the field. So he was killing from outside. Sadiq Bey as well, 15 points. 2 for 7 from three-point line, 6 for 14, but found ways to insert himself. Uh, got to line about once, I think. Killed us on the boards, 13 rebounds. Killian Hayes had his little 7 points, hit a few threes. Hit a big one, I believe. Was it third quarter? I can't remember, but these guys had some big shots, still controlling the boards. He made well, they're going back and forth by they were up by like 14 at one point, 14, 12. It's going back and forth at the end, but obviously the Knicks couldn't pull it out. The Knicks offense just kind of looked putrid today, and nothing really was really working. But again, Kate Cunningham kills from the outside. That guy has a bag. If he can't create isolation, separation of the isolation, this guy has a bag that he can go to. I will give the Knicks credit for this. He did not have his way going to the basket. The Knicks attacked and harassed him off the screens early up top, or at the top of the key above the break. He was not able to breathe, but he was able to hit these shots, these catch and shoot shots when we let him open. If the guys were driving to the basket, dribble drive penetration, our defense is fed in, and then he'd hit these shots. So I will give it to Cade Cunningham. That guy has a bag. Let me say another two. Jamarco Pickett. Guy came out of nowhere, hit. We have 13 points in the first half, I remember. Um, Finished the game with 18 points. But he was 7 for 10 from the field, 4 from three. Guy comes from Georgetown. He was a shot poorly at the field. I think 38% from the field for all 4 years. He was there at Georgetown, but he shot 36% from three. 6'9", 205, signed to an Exhibit 10 contract. So basically, summer camp kind of fodder. Would love to see if he came off that Detroit Pistons team. I would love to see the Knicks add him to their G League team. Again, he's a 6'9" guy, 205. He was a good defender today. Um, Held his ground. You know, he's not seen as this explosive athlete, but a guy who's 6'9" with some type of size on him, can shoot the shot from outside, can slash a little bit to the basket. We'd love to see if you could develop that. Again, G League fodder type of stuff. But, you know, you think of the guys like the Chris Copelands that we had in the past. Chris Copeland? I think it was Chris Copeland with the name. Yeah, I think his first name is Chris Copeland. But we'd love to have those type of guys on the G League team to see how they could develop on our tutelage and our system. Definitely some guy we keep an eye out if he's cut by the Knicks. But yeah, let me just get down to some player breakdown. So Obi Toppin, obviously he was a so-called star for the Knicks today. He had about 31 points, 13 for 20 from the field, 2 5 from three. He'd had 9 rebounds, 3 steals, 2 blocks. He did have 4 personal fouls with the fouls, whatever. I thought that Obi Toppin played a really good game. He was really effective in that pick and roll with IQ. He was really aggressive off the dribble last year. He also hit a mid-range shot that was really pretty. It's something I talked about before, talking about him being able to recognize what the defense is giving him once he beats his first man or gets into the paint or near that paint area. But it's take the mid-range shot, that floater reset, pass it back out, not just go up and attack. He did have one against Sadiq Bey where he didn't have the angle and he still tried to force Sadiq Bey, block the crap out of him. It made the whole stadium just like, oh, he just like slid on the floor while Sadiq Bey was just, doing his, whatever, strut. Sadiq Bey, by the way, reminds me of like a cousin of like Lloyd Banks. But anyway, yeah, so Obi Toppin, again, the 3-point shot, I thought, again, he looks really comfortable in those shots from outside. Again, his key to getting even more, I think his key to development, because, again, body type and his size, I think his key to development will definitely be from the outside because that'll allow him to fake the shot, drive to the basket, kick it out, and keep that rotation in terms of passing around. Keep it deadly. Once you have that 4 and 5, somebody jumps after Obi and they're out of the play, that next 1 or 2 seconds, you have the defense at a mismatch. Right, so I think that him being able to hit that shot will convince teams to say, "Hey, we got to actually try to defend it." Versus, I'm gonna just stay back and wait. And so I really liked what I saw him. Again, defensively too, I thought he was a little bit better. We seen from last year, he had that nice play of saving the lead to um, the shot clock violation, kept his feet to the last second. He did jump like near like that, so it was already a shot clock violation. So with Obi Toppin, you've seen some development from him, from things we talked about last season. I don't remember many shots in the post. I remember some shots in the post. I'm not sure. Yeah, a few alleys. The guy is so damn athletic. But yeah, we're always talking what I saw today again. The biggest pluses were what he did in the pick and roll IQ. Really good chemistry between those two. And he had some bad pick and rolls back in last season where he was just lost, wasn't rolling to the basket at the right time. But again, today I would like to see, even with the pick and rolls on the screens, I would love to see him take some a few more mid-range shots. But he was attacking the pick and roll with how the defense what the defense gave him. So I can't really nitpick on that. It's just some things I'd like to see in the future. But yeah, overall good game by Obi Toppin. He was probably our best player. Now let's get to IQ. IQ obviously didn't have the greatest of games. IQ had 15 points, but he's 4 for 18 from the field, 2 for 7 from 3, 5 for 8 from the free throw line, 4 rebounds, 9 assists, 2 steals. I would say it's about IQ. There are many times IQ tried. Now look, his shot wasn't falling. He took some floors, and he took. I think there was one bad floor he took that was really early in the shot clock, if I remember, or just it was. I can't remember exactly what it was, but it was a pretty bad floater. The person I was sitting next to me was like, "Oh, that wasn't a good shot." I just remember that one was really bad. But I would say it's about IQ. He still had 9 assists. Yeah, this for a guy that we all said that he's not really a point guard. And again, he might be a combo guard, but give me a combo guard that can facilitate as well too. Now you have a multifaceted weapon. There's nothing. Also, there's nothing wrong about being a combo guard. Like, get that out of your heads. There's nothing wrong. Most of your point guards today are combo guards, right? So I'll give us IQ, and I'll say it's about IQ too. What he's working out there, guys like Travis Reed. There was one play. Go back to the first quarter. There's one play he was screaming at Travis Reed to come and set the pick because it's a timing thing, right? Travis Reed was not reading, and IQ was you could hear him audibly. You could just hear him screaming. I forgot he was screaming excited, but you could just hear him screaming at Travis Reed to set the pick, and Travis Reed did not pick it up till late. That was the one we kicked it out to Obi. Obi missed the three in the corner. But again, IQ some of the offenses that in the last game. That's something that you did not see last year. That pick and roll was deadly, deadly. Make a little slip pass, boom. Not slip pass, but you make a pass, boom, and the pick and roll through traffic to Obi. Obi goes vertical. It was beautiful. So you say what you want about IQ, but IQ is trying to set the offense. Again, this Knicks team did not have nothing going offensively. So it's like, what do you want to kill him on? If he has a bad game, Kim doesn't score enough. But if he scores too much or he scores enough, you get mad that he's not scoring. I mean, you get mad that he's not being this so-called point guard. He's scoring too much. I mean, what do you want from IQ? This summer league was all about development, right? And what we're seeing outside of say game two, he had 30 something, I think 30 something in game two. And he was taking some crazy shots, he was making them. But these past few games, 3, 4, he's been looking to facilitate, especially off the dribble drop penetration, especially off of his attack. So I can't kill him. Can't kill him too much, man. Like it just doesn't make sense how we get on IQ. Some of the stuff. And again, it wasn't as if he was just coming out and just jacking up shots. He was trying to do it within rhythm of the offense. He takes some outside shots, just not falling. Um, but it is what it is. And again, I thought his defense was decent today. It wasn't the greatest. I think that this whole team, they're playing the passing lanes a lot better than what we've seen before. But I'll say this about IQ: he's trying to make that step into become a better facilitator. Can't hate on it. But I like what I saw today, even though it didn't lead to a win. But he had guys like Wayne Selden, who did have a few points. I think Wayne Selden had what 11 points today. And guys like Travis Reed, without having Jericho Sims there, who has been a good so-called partner in terms of setting the screens, rolling to the basket with him. He didn't have that guy there. Obviously, in the regular season, he's going to have a lot more talent around him, but can't get mad at what IQ. Go watch the game again and see what IQ is trying to do. And people just saying, "Oh, he does this." Like, no, you guys you just stat watching, trying to kill IQ, despite him trying to make strides, and despite the context. The team is just not, some league team. The Pistons have three guys. They start with three guys: Cade, Bay, Killian, who are going to be regular starters on their team. Travis Reed, Wayne Selden ain't starting. Obi Toppin and IQ ain't starting. Grimes ain't starting. Wayne Selden damn sure ain't starting. So, yeah, we have to take some certain things in proper context. Let me get to Grimes. Grimes has shot finally falling today. Again, something I said that once he gets confidence up, he'll be. So he's 6 for 10 today, 3 for 6 from the 3-point line for 15 points. He looks solid coming up the screen. 7 rebounds again. This guy, 3 assists, 2 blocks. Guy who works hard as he can on defense, still trying to control the boards. I like what I saw from Grimes today, especially shooting off of a few screens. He had one catch. He was like a give and go, give and back, whatever. And he hit the shot. I think it's from the top of the key. With him, I would like to see him be a little bit more aggressive for the pick and roll. Now, obviously, he's probably gonna get this tutelage during the regular season where he learns how to trap the defenders on the hip. I'd definitely like to see him take a little bit more, take a further step into the paint. No, no, and well, into uh, into the actual area outside the 3 point line, into the actual court in front of the 3 point line to take these mid range shots to attack the basket a little bit more. Now, granted, he doesn't have a quick first step. That's just not his game. But I like what they saw today when he had that pass from Miles McBride attacking the basket. He's going to be used off the ball a lot. That will be his bread and butter. He'll be a hard worker in terms of moving off the ball, catching the passes, attacking the basket. When he's open from three, hit those shots. He has to hit those open shots. I say it's about him. Again, is he a rhythm shooter or is he a reliable 3 point shooter? Because again, in college, guarded shots versus unguarded catch and shoots, did a lot better with guarded catch and shoots. It screams rhythm shooter versus reliable catch and shoot player. So he has to be a lot more better with these wide open shots because we can use them. We can use guys that can hit these wide open shots. Knicks had again one of the better 3 point shooting teams percentage wise, but we didn't attempt a lot, so we weren't necessarily proficient. We are just efficient. So definitely like to see him being utilized as a weapon in that regard. But we'll see. Miles McBride did not have a good game. My son only had 4 points. He's forced some really bad shots. 214, 0 for 7 from three. He did have 4 assists, 2 steals, but he had 6 fouls. Little handsy. He got bullied down low because they were just getting Luka Garza, some of these big men. Who's that big guy with the big beard on the Pistons? I don't know who he is. Um, they were switching him down low, and he was getting in just foul trouble because he's getting stuck. Him and IQ, for some reason, the Pistons were doing some great switches to get these small guys. Also, we didn't have a big lineup many times. When Reed Travis, we played small a lot of this game. And I say so. I know Obi. People say Obi. Obi is just not that. Come on, that type of play. But I'll say it's he had a tough game. He's forced some bad shots, contested shots too. Was just not able to get any separation. Well, I see him use the screens a little bit more. And compared to last game with the Lakers, where he was more of a catch and shoot player, I like seeing him still being utilized in that and such. They play like a 2 man. Knicks play a lot 2 man sets up top with IQ and McBride. And so that'll be his bread and butter, being more of a catch. He had that one mid range shot. He had that nice pass to cutting Grimes after he came around the screen. Again, the court awareness is there. I think maybe having the ball in his hands a little bit more might help him in terms of attacking and setting up the offenses. But I definitely still like seeing him being used as again as a catch shoot player. I mean, catch and shoot is going to be where he gets his bread and butter regarding his threes because he's 6'2", 6'1", 6'2", so he will have trouble against teams like tonight. The Pistons were playing aggressively on defense at the top of the key. Oh, not top of the key, but above the break, the 3 point line. They were not allowing him to breathe. Sometimes he was switching on to freaking Jamarco Pickett. He was switching on to Bay. So it's just that those matchups just not favorable for him. He did have one where they ignored him. I think it was against Luke Guards, and then they switched. I would have loved to see him attack Luke Guards if I remember correctly. But again, by him, smart decision making, shooting the ball. Take more mid-range shots, take that step, use the screens a little bit more to get that space. He did also miss some gimmies, so it's just a bad night for him. No excuses. He has to be a lot better. So we'll see next game. And again, it's summer league, but just these are just observations. So don't take this as me trying to kill the team or kill anybody, give any favoritism, anything of that nature. It's not me to do that. Rokas Jokibitis, 8 points, 3-5 from the field, 1 for 2 from three, 1 for 2 from the free throw line, 2 steals, 1 assist, 2 rebounds. He really didn't get that much time, only 12 minutes. He looked good in the little spurts that we saw. He had a little shimmy. He had like a little stutter into back. It's not like what Kuminga, like I saw today. Holy crap, Kuminga. Golly, he did the Matrix. He said, boom, caught him for the to Kuminga. But anyway, Rokas Jokibitis, decent game, didn't play that much. He has a little shiftiness to his dribbling, but I still don't think it's that great. I just think that situation, he had the advantage. And there was one he actually gave up 1-on-2 where he caught the guy off the dribble, but then he brought it back instead of attacking. So that's just, again, this 18, 19-year-old kid. Lack of confidence, probably. But he did have a good game. He had a mid-range shot, I believe. He had the 3. Looked a lot more comfortable. But again, the game might still might be a little bit too fast for him. He has to go. Obviously, he's going to be in Barcelona. By the way, he had 8 points. I don't know if I said something. I think I said 13. He had 8 points. So we'll see. But again, I guess there's something there. It is what it is. Guy's 19. He has a lot to grow. But it's nice to see his confidence up. Get that shot more consistent. Be able to attack off the dribble. Because sometimes he would cross over, get the advantage, and then come back, reset. It's like shoot that mid-range shot. Once you create space, shoot the shot. You may not get it again. I mean, so, but again, young kid, confidence, big league game. He'll be in Barcelona. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, guys like Marcin didn't really do much. MJ Walker looked all right. I know he only had 3 points, but he looked aggressive trying to attack the basket. It is what it is. It's probably just, this was Reed Travis. I'm sorry, man. No. No offense to you. Ain't trying to call you G League or something else, because nah. You were too weak down low. You couldn't get rebounds really. I know you got 5, but he probably should have had a lot more. In traffic, he was just a non-factor. Wayne Selden looked better attacking the basket, 11 points, but I don't really think there's. It is what it is. I would say this: Tom Thibodeau being there. If you saw his face, if the cameras were showing, this guy was looking. He was sitting there just when they were making defensive, when they were making offensive mistakes. He was just there fuming. And granted, the Knicks defensively, they made that run at the end, play full court defense, able to generate some steals, made it exciting in the last few minutes. Obviously, we couldn't pull out the win, but I would say that Tom Thibodeau is definitely pushing his influence on Yashimoto to preach that help defense, get the defensive intensity up, get focus up as well too. Just these sloppy turnovers at times or bad shots definitely got to Tom Thibodeau. So it was fun to see that see him invest in the summer league, because some of these guys will be getting some major minutes. Miles McBride's going to get some major minutes. Even Grimes, I'm okay. Not say major. I'm gonna say major. They'll get some important minutes in terms of their development. And with guys like Kemba, who probably can't play every day, I mean, it's up to McBride to beat Vildoza for minutes. It's up to Grimes to beat, I don't know, I can't say Burks really. Beat Dwayne Bacon. Might be just a can buy, but you better be able to defeat Dwayne Bacon, who cannot score whatsoever. Overall, it's a good game. I see some development by his team. I think people are just way too harsh on guys like Quickley. Grimes' shot is fall. I just hope it's not a rhythm thing. But so again, he has to be able to shoot, and there's silence around you. You know what I mean, which means unguarded. McBride, let the game come to you. Not you don't have to force shots. Use the pick. Do not be scared to use the pick. The pick is your best friend. In NBA, everybody uses the screen. Best friend. Stop killing IQ, man. May not be a point guard, but these people kill IQ. It doesn't make any sense, bro. It's that 9 assist. That pick and roll. If it wasn't for IQ in that pick and roll, we would have lost by 30, 40. That's the only effective weapon tonight of any consistency tonight. So that's it. I will see you guys next game for the Cavaliers. I believe that's the last Summer League game, man. Guys, Summer League is fun as hell, man. I had a blast these past few games. I was here. To everybody that I met at the game itself. It was fun talking trash with Pistons fans, man. And I'll say this, man. Summer League guys who go out there, man, you guys are NBA fans, man. You guys are some of the best people, man. It's fun talking trash. It's all love. It's all fun, man. I can do this all the time, man. So Knicks, if you need somebody to be your whatever, your I don't know what the hell you put me as, I'm down to do that as long as I could talk trash with the fans and stuff, which would even make sense. But we were talking trash to Cade. You saw there was one point Cade was laughing because somebody made fun of his mismatch or whatever that sleeve is on his leg, and even he was dying laughing. Like it was fun, man. But suit to everybody, man, out there. Until next time, peace, Lou. God bless. We out.